Hello and welcome to the Mobius Archives. This is your host Mobius Rex, and we are playing Kerbal Space Program. Bright and early in a new morning, and we can finally upgrade the vehicle assembly building. Ding! Nice. Alright, so we got a couple more buildings here. Looks like we have a couple sheds and stuff like that. Pretty cool. So, the reason we could do that is because I was basically restricting ourselves to we were pretty much preventing 30 parts until Valentina landed on Moon, and she did that last episode. Now we just have to get her back. Now we have very little fuel, and do you have parachutes? She does not have parachutes, so that's kind of a limitation we have here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to send up a probe to bring her back next episode. But for today, we're going to try something else. So let's check out our contracts. Build a new orbital station around the moon. We can do that now. Let's accept that contract. And position a satellite in a specific orbit of the moon. We have a maximum of 7 active contracts. Well, we have a bit of cash on us right now, so we can upgrade this so that we can have unlimited contracts. Have a big old administration building here. And so we now can accept this position satellite quest. But for our next trick, we want to fly by Minmus. It could be anywhere near Minmus, and then we can start looking at building a new surface outpost there. And it has to support at least 5 Kerbals. And we have to position a satellite in a specific orbit of Minmus. So there's a lot of things here that we could do just to get us to Minmus and possibly land on the ground there. So why don't we do a flyby, a manned flyby, Kerbal flyby, with a possible landing component. So why don't we, instead of doing a new one, load up the Lunar Lander 1, which was very successful in its mission, and add a few key things that we neglected. Like power. Power is a key part. There you go. 2 solar panels at the very least. Actually, let's put these up here. I don't know the hotkeys for this, but I know we could rotate them so that they're angled. And so when we do land on the surface, they'll get solar power from whatever direction that is. We'll call this the Minmus Lander 1. I'm actually going to take this fuel, duplicate it. Oops, not triplicate, duplicate. Just there. Put it on the sides there. Good. Is there any other sciencey stuff? Well, we have solar panels. We might want to have a chargeable battery bank. And let's say a Clampotron docking port. We'll put right on top of there as well. Can we? Can we? No. Hold on. Get rid of that battery bank. Put you just in the center here. Did that wrong. What you want to do is get these mirrored. So you want to go into mirrored mode and get these more or less lined up before reducing it back into a single part mode. That way it's all centered. Alright, so in the end I went for a smaller fuel pod, hoping that this will take us all the way there and this fuel pod will get us all the way back. We will see. I'm going to not only fly by Minmus, which is just getting a vessel anywhere near Minmus, I'm going to try to land, or at least get ourselves in orbit of Minmus. Who's going to be our flight crew? Not Bill. So this one has a whole slew of sciencey stuff, and we haven't done a lot of Minmus science, and it actually has power this time. It's a recoverable vessel. It has parachutes, and we just need to make sure our staging is alright, but we will send Frenice out on this mission. Let's just get those parachutes set up. These engines in the right spot. Parachutes. Detach you. Decided I like having our engines fire off after separation. Alright, that should do us. Minmus Lander 1, save it. Frenice, good luck. This is Minmus Flander 1. Oh, that's interesting. Science officers do not count as pilots. Does that mean I can even launch this thing? Hit F5 and find out. Guess so. I guess if we wanted to have SAS for stability, we could add a mechanical module of some type of probo-dobodyne device. But for now, I'm just going to have to control this by hand. Lessons learned. Lessons learned. Oh boy, I'm having a bit of difficulty controlling this. I think that's the wind shearing effect here. Stop spinning! Get rid of those. Hopefully, throttling up here should help us. No, we're going too shallow, I think. I don't think this will be a successful launch. Or successful entry into orbit. But we can try to recover this, see how much excess fuel we have. I'm really struggling keeping this thing up. Alright, first stage, or whatever stage that was, gone. Still trying to keep us in control of this and get out into space. Might have wasted a little too much fuel. We'll still see if we can reach Minmus with this one. Alright, we are in space. I'm just giving us a little bit of breather room here. Just going to go up to 75,000 on our apoapsis before cutting engines. Whew! There we go, space. Just seeing if we can log any additional data right now. Nope. How about slime? I mean goo. Not really? Alright. Figure out which direction we need to get ourselves pointed, and point in that direction because we are kind of losing it right now. Our engine should have been on a while ago. And full throttle. To keep that apoapsis in front of us, we're going to have to keep pointed a little bit high. Higher than we really should. Have to see about correcting our approach next time. There we go. It looks like we will make it to orbit at the very least. Periapsis. Good. This is really wonky. Let's get our solar panels in a better alignment here. See what we can do. Observe some mystery goo. Nope. I never realized how much a pilot made a difference in this game until I sent a scientist out. So this scientist can now go on their EVA, as it's safe now. EVA report, nothing there. Let go, RCS. Try not to get lost in space. I want you just to wait around until you could grab the science that we took in our barometer, take data, and you can actually run stuff from outside, which I find interesting. Other crew classes cannot do that. Anyway, we took some data. Can we do anything with it? Well, let's get inside first. And board. Whew. Vernice, you're giving me heartache here. Alright, let's review that stored data. Going to give us a little bit of science, but we can transmit it and send it, but we expect to be able to recover this. So we're just going to keep this data and move on to Minmus. Alright, so we have a little bit of a double maneuver here, just to get us in line with the plane of Minmus. I'm just being a little bit careful here with how we maneuver our ship. Just because we don't have that pilot again, we wasted a lot of fuel getting out of the atmosphere. Don't know if we have enough to go there, go out, come back, so we'll see. This is our Minmus approach that we're trying to get aligned to. Alright, we're not drifting too terribly much. And we're about ready. We are drifting quite a bit. We are ready to start firing up our engines. Almost. It's going to be a bit touch and go, I think. Alright. Let's see how this does. Alright. Seemed to work okay. Just getting closer to the ascending node. I'm just going to remove this. I don't think it's necessary. So 0.4 is what we've got. And we're just going to try to adjust this a little bit more. A little bit more so we could get to 0. Point 1. Crap. A little too hard. Went a little too far. Let's see if we can fix this. We have lots of RCS, so we could probably use that from this point to go the opposite direction. Back that up a bit. There we go. Descending node 0. Great. Alright, well, we have limited liquid fuel left. Let's see what we could do. Alright, looks like it's a 1-and-2-second burn. Not sure if we have enough fuel. I'm just going to hit F5 here, and we'll see. It should give us into 1 million or so. Oh, we're actually on the wrong side of Minmus. We want to go to the other side. Alright, so we can get a Minmus periapsis of 220,000 meters after a burn of 1 minute and 3 seconds. I think we're going to try that. F5, just in case we do not have enough fuel. I don't think we have enough fuel to do a minute burn, but we will find out. Yeah, we have next to no liquid fuel left in this stage, so it might be a challenge. Alright, we won about 30 seconds out. And I'm just going to stay here so that we have time to stage. There we go. Next engine changes our time dramatically, because it's a lot smaller, same power. But not enough. Alright. RCS, can we make it? Let's see, how close are we? Oh, actually, we are... No, not nearly there yet. Keep on burning forward with RCS fuel. Not exactly the way you want to approach a planet, but this may be enough to get us a Minmus flyby. We have to figure out the launch. Something definitely went wrong with our launch. I'm not entirely sure what happened. Maybe I do have quite a reliance. Oop. Moon intersection, don't want that. Might have quite a reliance on RCS, or on SAS stability. Which is fine. It might also be that there was a lot more atmospheric interaction than I had anticipated. There we go. We should get to... Come on. We get a Minmus encounter. Not sure that means anything to me right now. Let's move forward a bit more. There we go. It gives us a periapsis of what? 20,000 meters? With a wonky return, though. Kerbal periapsis at 1 million. We might be able to do this. If I go further... Oops. That's RCS. You can see the orbits changing just because the RCS is playing around. There we go. So, via RCS, we're able to get into Minmus periapsis of 500,000 meters. So we will do the flyby. This will send us back to Kerbal. Oh, it's going to send us right back into the Kerbal's atmosphere. Perfect. We'll do this flyby, get some science, and land. Who'da thunk it? Alright, crossing the threshold here. And... bing! There we go. I guess that's the periapsis, and apples out. I guess that's the orbit that they want me to put a satellite around Minmus in. We'll work on this first. Get a map view. What's going on? So we need to log temperature data. Keep that. Might as well do a goo. You keep that. And a barometric reading. High over Minmus. Nice. We probably don't have a crew report yet from here. Keep that. And an EVA from our science associate. Alright, keep that. Take all that data. Store all that data. And take that Temperature. Store that. Do we have any other experiments here? Not within reach. Alright, let go. RCS on. And just go down a bit. So the nice thing about scientists are they can run experiments outside. Remove that data. But because they're a scientist, can they? They can restore these experiments to their default state, and so you can actually reuse them. I actually used the 2 goo canisters just so that we could balance out the ship. We only really needed 1. Take that data. Cool. Alright. Well, we should have a good chunk of Minmus science, even if we did not land like the plan was. Have to figure that out. And we can actually do... Can we do another crew report here? Yes, we can. And do some logging. Since this thing is coming back... Oh, crap. Well, maybe this one isn't coming back. Because I forgot the ablator again. Damn it. Okay, so what we're going to do is just zip around. Bye, Minmus. Bye, Minmus. Whoop. Out of Minmus. Our periapsis is at 41,000 meters. We're going to use that to slow us down. So I'm actually thinking we want to speed up a bit. Thereby raising our periapsis. We're just going to use this as a very, very slow aero brake. And just let the atmosphere slow us down. This is going to take a few orbits to do. So, RCS back on. Probably isn't recommended by your pilot's instruction manual, but she's a scientist. So we will touch the atmosphere, but... So that's 68,000. Our key mark to see is to watch the Kerbal apoapsis. Let's see how far that comes down. That's at 47 million right now. And our apoapsis has only come down a very little bit. So what I'm going to do, speed this up again. I am going to, whoops, bring us down. Bring this over. So our RCS brings us into the atmosphere a little bit deeper. Let's say 60 this time. Because we really do want to get within the orbit of the moon before it knocks us out. There we go, 60. And that should help with our braking maneuvers. Our apoapsis is dropping down nicely. I'm actually thrusting forward just to slow us down while we have the atmosphere on our side. Alright, there we are, out of RCS fuel. Our periapsis is now... Ooh, really low. Hopefully we're not coming in too hot there. Guess we'll find out. Nothing left but to enjoy the ride. I feel like way too many parts are heating up way too fast. Nothing has blown up yet. This part here looks to be the most damaged, and that's, RCS port. But I think we survived that. Wow. Wow, oh wow. Just have to see when it's safe to deploy these chutes. Risky. Come on, 250. And under 200. There's our chutes go. Nice. Bernice is unhappy about her predicament right now. But I think we survived yet another day. I don't know where we're landing. It looks oceanic. Oh, no, it actually looks like we might be on land here. That might be interesting. Radar altitude of 100 meters. About to land. I'm going to land in this position. I've never done this before. See at the bottom here. Alive! Alive! We did it. We went by Minmus, and came back even with that funky takeoff. I should have done more sciencey stuff while I was up there. I'm just trying to see if we can run. Collect that data, remove that data, restore that container. I don't know whether we've done a mystery goo on the grasslands or wherever the hell we are. Highlands. Keep that data. And we will recover her. And Fernice had a good chunk of science from the Highlands. And she got 3 XP. Yay. And Minmus Lander can now be recovered. With 120 science from that. And that should help out greatly with our science quest. Alright, welcome Fernice back to the ground. She is getting up there in her science career, still a level 1 scientist, but she brought back a whole chunk of science for us to use for next time. Alright, this has been Mobius Rex from Mobius Archives. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, leave us a like, leave us your comments and suggestions, and we'll see you next time. Have a good day, and a wonderful night. Bye-bye.